Hi guys, it's Aj here from Curly K Naturals. I hope you're all doing well. It's another Top Tip Tuesday. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the 2 additional things that impact your child's hair journey, and even down to what products you should be looking out for when it comes to taking care of your child's hair. So these other 2 things are your child's hair density and your child's hair strands. So a lot of the times you hear a lot about porosity this, porosity that, and porosity is very important, but the other 2 components that go along with porosity is knowing your child's hair density and hair strands. So what is density? Density is the amount of hair that your child has on their head, or the circumference of their head. Let's just take a portion of your child's hair. We will calculate how many hair follicles are on each individual base on your child's hair. So from the diagram I'm showing you, if your child has dense hair, this means that the child has more hair follicles on their head. A lot of the times, if someone has dense hair, you'll say, oh, your child's got a lot of hair on their head. And then on the flip side of things, if your child has finer density hair, that means they have less hair follicles on the circumference of their head. So from the diagram, you can see the dense side and the fine side, and in between we have the medium density hair. And you know what, you guys are in for a treat, because each individual child of mine has these characteristics. So we take Maya for example. Maya has dense hair. Her hair is very dense. There's a lot of hair on her head. On the circumference of her head, there is a lot of hair. One way you can also determine how dense your child's hair is once your child's hair is out, can you see their scalp? On Maya, you cannot pay her to show you her scalp. Then we flip over to Zaya's hair. Zaya has fine density hair. Her hair is very fine, so you can see her scalp. So yeah, you can pay Zaya to see her scalp, I guess. So if you're far away or very close up to Zaya, you can see her scalp. With Maya, you have to be like Moses and part something in her hair in order to see her scalp. And then you have Zion, who's a perfect in between. The density of his hair is not so thick, nor is it so fine. So let's just say the wind blew, you'll be able to see Zion's scalp. Whereas if the wind blew, you will not see Maya's scalp for nothing. So that is density. Now let's move on to hair strands. This is the individual strand on your child's hair. From the diagram you can see each individual child, and I have put my own there as well just to compare. From the diagram, the first one is Zion, and you can see how fine his hair is. Although he has medium density hair, his individual strands on his head is very fine. So we're gonna go in further and talk about how that impacts his hair routine. So now let's take Maya and Zaya for example. They have medium to thick density hair. Unlike Zion, every individual strand on Zion's head is fine. However, on Maya and Zaya's hair, they have some strands that are thicker than the ones I'm showing you. And then you have these ones. They're not really thick, nor are they fine. They're like a perfect medium. Every individual strand on their hair is different. So some of them are thicker than this, and some of them are just this size. I hope that explains more about what hair density and strands actually are. Let's go into how they impact your child's hair journey. You would see someone on Instagram or YouTube and you'd be like, oh, they've got similar hair to me, so if I get this product they're using, then it's gonna work for me. And you're sadly mistaken. Let's take Zaya for instance. You'll think, because she has a fine density hair, everything about her hair is gonna be fine. And that is not necessarily true. She does have fine hair, but her individual strands are not fine. What that entails is there's certain things I can use on her hair that is not necessarily going to impact her hair, whereas someone that has fine density and fine strands will struggle using. For example, I use a lot of heavy butters on her hair. Her hair can take that, her individual strands can take it because they're not so fine. But for someone that has finer strands like Zion, I can't get away with using heavy butters on his head. I have to use oils because it's gonna just weigh down his hair. So if you are someone that, or your child has fine density hair and fine strands, try and opt for lightweight oils like almond oil, jojoba oil, grapeseed oil. These are all great oils to use on your child's hair, and they're not necessarily penetrative oils, so they will be able to seal the hair. If you still want to use butters on your child's hair, I would say make the ratio of more oils than butters so that your butter can be really lightweight. And you know them butters you take, you scoop and it's just like melts away. Make them kind of butters for your child's hair. Well, going over to the flip side of things, if your child has dense hair, it's very hard to really get to the scalp. Like, it is hard. You know, I've explained on my channel so many times how the struggles I find with doing Maya's hair or getting to her scalp. One thing that's really helped me is this little bad boy here. Yeah, I got this from Denman, and this is just like a shower scalp cleaner thing. This literally didn't cost me nothing. I think it's about $3.99. I legitly have like 10 sections on Maya's hair. Although her hair is in 4 sections, I will subsection them sections and really use this brush to get in there. So what you do is just put on your scalp and you really just rub away. And if you have carpal tunnel like I do, it is really helpful because you can just slide your fingers in there and just use the palm of your hands to really just get in there. And it's plastic, so it's not painful on your child's hair, and I'm telling you, this is a game changer. So this is really good if your child has thick density hair. This is really good to get in there and just like clear off any debris off your hair. I think that's it, guys. If you do have any questions, please let me know and leave them down below. I hope this was helpful for you. Yeah, guys, until next time, peace.